It is a big deal when I want it to be, and at the same time, like, it's not really a big deal.
The headline traveled faster than any Emirates jet. Sabalenka goes off after Emirates signs Alex Eala to a $2 million yearly deal. T spread across Facebook, Instagram, and Threads in the hours after the world number one crashed out of Wimbledon to Naomi Osaka.
Obviously, I'm not really happy, and well done for Naomi and wishing her the best.
There is only one problem with that headline. Emirates did not sign Alex Eala. Emirates signed Aryna Sabalenka on January 15, 2026, as their first-ever tennis ambassador, reportedly worth around $2 million a year. And yet a 21-year-old Filipina ranked 32nd in the world is the name every fake post keeps attaching to that number. What Alex Eala said about it, in her own voice on the record, is the part that the viral machine never wanted you to hear. So here is the challenge. Drop your prediction in the comments. Which brand signs Alex Eala's first seven-figure global deal? And does it happen before the US Open ends in September? Name the brand. Name the month. 48 hours before those fake posts detonated, Eala walked onto center court and dismantled the defending Wimbledon champion, Iga Swiatek, 766. That is the recency anchor. That is the match you already watched. Everything you're about to hear happened in the window between that win and the moment her name got laundered into a contract she never signed. Here is the split screen. On one side, Aryna Sabalenka, world number one, walking into a Dubai hangar in January to unveil a Grand Slam branded A380 aircraft with a name on it. Emirates called her their first individual tennis ambassador in company history. On the other side, Alex Eala, 21 years old, quietly climbing the rankings out of Manila with a real sponsor list, Nike, Babolat, Globe, BPI, that has never included an airline. Then the fabrication started. According to circulating social media reports flagged by Verifiles, Rappler, and Asian Journal, near-identical Facebook and Instagram posts began claiming Emirates had signed Eala to a $2 million deal. Deal with unlimited first-class travel under a program name that does not exist. The wording was almost copy-pasted from Sabalenka's actual contract terms. Someone took the world number one's real deal, swapped the face, and pressed publish. The engagement was massive, the deal was fiction, and the Filipino audience, starving for a coronation, clicked anyway. Look at the two timelines running in parallel, because they explain everything. January 15th, Emirates announces Sabalenka. Tennis.com confirms it. SportsPro confirms it. SportCal confirms it. The number attached, around $2 million annually, with first-class travel and a branded aircraft reveal. Sabalenka's own statement called it a partnership that matched her ambition and attention to detail. That is a verified, on-the-record, ceiling-setting endorsement. Now watch what happens next on the other timeline. Within weeks, viral posts started circulating claiming Emirates had signed IALA to the same $2 million, the same first-class travel, wrapped in an invented program title. Verifiles debunked it. Rappler debunked it. Asian Journal traced it back to a documented pattern of fake IALA megadeals. Wilson at $45 million, Louis Vuitton at $5 million, a Sheikh Mansour contract absurdly inflated to $1.6 billion. Every real IALA step forward gets shadowed by an invented 110 times bigger. That pattern is the real villain of this story. It is not Sabalenka. It is an ecosystem that would rather manufacture a champion than wait for one. And the person paying the highest price for that ecosystem is the young woman whose face keeps getting stapled to contracts she never negotiated. Which is why what Eala said on February 2, 2026, matters more than any post that ever went viral. Standing at an Abu Dhabi press conference after a quarterfinal run, she addressed it directly. "I don't have power over what other people post," she said. "I am aware that there have been a lot of fake news articles, and it is concerning because I see sometimes they get a lot of likes. That is verified. Spin. PH, ABS-CBN, GMA News. Read it again. That is the hero of a fabricated war. Refusing to be drafted into it. Calm, precise, 21 years old, and already smart. Smarter than the algorithm exploiting her name." Then July arrived, and the fiction started catching up to the facts. July 4th, Center Court, Eala versus Swiatek, the defending champion, a 5-time major winner. Final score, 7-6 in the first set tiebreak, 6-2 in the second. Straight sets. The Filipino audience that had been quietly proven right for years watched the mainstream tennis world scramble to update its assumptions in real time. Every fan who had defended her ceiling against the skeptics got their receipt that afternoon. You saw it before The Athletic wrote about it. You saw it before ESPN cut the highlight package. Now flip back to the other side of the split screen. July 5th, Court 1. Sabalenka, the world number 1. The woman on the Emirates plane lost in straight sets to Naomi Osaka, her first straight set slam defeat since 2026. In her press conference, she told reporters she planned to get drunk to cope. That quote is verified via 9.com. And the post-match presser. The Emirates ambassador was the one flying home early. The 21-year-old with no airline deal was the one who left Wimbledon with the sports attention. And here is the detail that closes the loop. February 27, 2026. While Facebook was still recycling fake Emirates contracts under Iola's name, ABS-CBN's Dion Castillo followed Eala into Nike World headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon. Documented, on camera, real. The actual sponsor story was happening in an Oregon boardroom, while the fake one was harvesting likes in a Manila comment section. If you want to know what an authority stamp actually sounds like, forget the fabricated press releases. Listen to the woman Eala just beat. Iga Swiatek, 6-time Grand Slam champion, former world number 1, defending Wimbledon champion at the exact moment she walked into her post-match press conference on July 4th. That is the highest currency voice in women's tennis outside of the top ranking itself. In the New York Times, an athletic recap of that press conference, Swiatek credited Eala's level directly. The aggressive baseline pressure, the composure on the biggest court in the sport, the refusal to shrink in a third-round slam match against a defending champion. That is not a fan account crediting Eala. That is a 5-time major winner, conceding that the 21-year-old across the net belonged there. When the champion you just beat spends her losing press conference explaining why you were the better player, no fabricated airline contract can add to your credibility, and none needs to. Now zoom out, because the invented Emirates story is telling you something about the real market. A country of over 100 million people, with one of the largest diasporas on Earth, has never had a WTA superstar to project onto. That vacuum is being filled by imaginations, by copy-pasted contracts, by fabricated program names, by likes and shares that measure demand louder than any sponsor pitch deck ever could. Real brands are watching. That is not speculation. The Nike Beaverton visit already happened, and the Swiatek win at Wimbledon just moved the fiction closer to the balance sheet. The next chapters are already on the calendar. The U.S. Open Series in August, Flushing Meadows itself starting late August into September, then the Asian hardcourt swing where Filipino turnout will be at its loudest. If Eala backs up her Wimbledon round of 16 with a deep run at any of those, the first brand willing to write the real number defines a decade of Asian tennis sponsorship. Sabalenka's Emirates deal set the ceiling. Eala's next tournament decides whether that ceiling holds or whether a new one gets built with her name on it. For once, not the fake one. The Wimbledon run did not end in a trophy lift. It ended on July 6th against Jasmine Paolini, 4-6, 6-4, and a third set that got away from her. Eala led at points. Eala lost. What she did next is the part worth watching. No tweet about the fake Emirates story. No tweet about Sabalenka's exit. She posted an Instagram reel thanking the Filipino crowd for turning center court into something that felt, for a week, like Manila. The hero of a manufactured war refused one more time to fight in it. So return to the headline that started all of this. Sabalenka did not go off about Alex Eala. Emirates did not sign Alex Eala. But a 21-year-old from the Philippines walked into Nike World headquarters in February, beat a defending Wimbledon champion in July, and answered every fabricated contract with the same calm sentence about not having power over what other people post. The Emirates plane took off in January with the world number 1's name on it. By July, the woman on that plane was flying home early, and the woman the fake headlines could not stop inventing was the one the sport could not stop watching. Every fan who saw this coming before the mainstream did, you were not imagining it, you were early. The receipts arrived on center court, so here is the challenge. Drop your prediction in the comments. Which brand signs Alex Eala first to a real verified 7-figure global deal? And does it happen before the U.S. Open ends in September? Name the brand, name the month, stake your claim publicly, Because when the actual announcement lands, the comment section becomes the receipt. Subscribe if you want to be on record before the rest of tennis media catches up. This channel is tracking every real deal, every fabricated one, and every match between now and Flushing Meadows. The next chapter of the Eala story is not going to wait for the fact-checkers. Neither are we. There is only one problem with that headline. Emirates did not sign Alex Eala. Emirates signed Aryna Sabalenka on January 15, 2026, as their first-ever tennis ambassador, reportedly worth around $2 million a year. And yet a 21-year-old Filipina ranked 32nd in the world is the name every fake post keeps attaching to that number. What Alex Eala said about it, in her own voice on the record, is the part that the viral machine never wanted you to hear. So here is the challenge. Drop your prediction in the comments. Which brand signs Alex Eala's first seven-figure global deal? And does it happen before the US Open ends in September? Name the brand. Name the month. 48 hours before those fake posts detonated, Eala walked onto center court and dismantled the defending Wimbledon champion, Iga Swiatek, 766. That is the recency anchor. That is the match you already watched. Everything you're about to hear happened in the window between that win and the moment her name got laundered into a contract she never signed. Here is the split screen. On one side, Aryna Sabalenka, world number 1, walking into a Dubai hangar in January to unveil a Grand Slam branded A380 aircraft with a name on it. Emirates called her their first individual tennis ambassador in company history. On the other side, Alex Eala, 21 years old, quietly climbing the rankings out of Manila with a real sponsor list, Nike, Babolat, Globe, BPI, that has never included an airline. Then the fabrication started. According to circulating social media reports flagged by Verifiles, Rappler, and Asian Journal, near-identical Facebook and Instagram posts began claiming Emirates had signed Eala